I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
You know it's serious when Ice Cube, the man who wrote No Vaseline, one of the coldest diss tracks ever, steps away from his empire just to clap back at you. That's exactly what went down after Aries Spears started talking reckless on Big Boy's Neighborhood. And it wasn't just shade. Aries went for Cube's whole career. He dragged his acting, his music.
Hey, put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I mean, you could trust me. I've had about enough.
Even his legacy, straight up calling Ice Cube trash, both as a rapper and an actor, but Cube wasn't having it. He fired back saying Aries is irrelevant, not funny, and definitely not in the top 10 of black comedy. Savage, right? And just when it couldn't get any messier, here comes 50 Cent. You already know 50 lives for chaos, and the second he saw that clip, he jumped in. What started off like a regular rap debate instantly turned into pure drama the moment Aries opened his mouth.
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know.
The second Ice Cube's name came up, Aries Spears pounced like he'd been waiting for the moment. No hesitation, no filter. He just tore into Cube, and he didn't stop at calling him trash. Aries actually came for It Was a Good Day, one of the most iconic West Coast tracks of all time. That's sacred ground, but Aries dragged it without blinking. Even Big Boy's co-host tried to laugh it off, hoping to cool things down, but Aries was locked in. Then came the strangest.
Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
Let me tell you, Chuck did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that thigh.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just...
Aries started doing this off-the-wall impersonation of Cube as a gynecologist, and it ended with a line so cringe the whole studio froze. He was cracking himself up, but the room went dead silent. Still, Aries kept going, mocking Cube over and over while Big Boy and the crew scrambled to change the subject. But instead of chilling out, Aries doubled down and even threw a wild...
The greatest lyricist. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics, spitter.
Shot at Tupac too. That's when it crossed into straight up disrespect. Aries didn't just diss one legend, he basically violated the entire West Coast in one rant. And the craziest thing, he knew what he was doing. He stared right into the camera like he was daring folks to cancel him. The backlash hit instantly. One fan tweeted, I love Aries' skills, but bro, the Ice Cube slander is a no-no. Another said, this is why Aries ain't got no weight. Talking like Cube or Pac weren't lyrical. That's insane. It came off like Aries was salty that New York lost the crown back in the 80s and 90s. But here's the twist. The legends themselves clapped back. Usually big names don't even waste time on small timers. They let the noise fade. Not this round. Ice Cube stepped in like a boss. He checked Aries hard, questioning if he was even funny, even relevant.
Watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, you know, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list. Right. I don't ever put Pac up there with...
Even worth mentioning in black comedy. And Cube didn't stop there. He went for the jugular. He trashed Aries' career top to bottom with zero mercy. Let's be real, Cube's no rookie. He's been running things for decades. Ghostwriting for NWA, dropping No Vaseline.
I saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so.
Still one of the hardest diss tracks ever, producing Friday and even launching the Big 3 League, Cube's got receipts stacked everywhere. Certified mogul status. But Aries didn't take the hint. Instead of backing down after all the backlash, he doubled down. Came right back on camera, still talking reckless, still tossing shade like mocking Cube once wasn't enough. What Aries didn't realize, this wasn't just about Cube anymore. While the drama was unfolding somewhere in a luxury hotel, 50 Cent was watching it all go down on his phone, grinning ear to ear. And Aries? Yeah, he had words for 52. That's when everyone thought 50 might sit this one out. But nah, he popped up with a video ready to roast. So slick, so petty, fans caught it right away. 50 didn't even drop Aries' name, but that jab, straight at him. Classic 50 move. call somebody delusional without saying who it is. But the real question is, why did 50 even care? This man's booked and busy, running Power and BMF, stacking liquor money, closing TV deals, and killing tours. So what made Aries worth his time? Here's the thing, folks forget 50 and Ice Cube go way back, real mutual.
You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians, you know what I mean, in the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register. What up?
Mutual respect. Cube was one of the first in Hollywood to co-sign 50's acting and producing hustle, long before the industry gave him props. And 50, he's always given Cube flowers, calling him a legend in interviews. That bond runs deep. Meanwhile, Aries is the exact type 50 loves to roast. Loud, messy, full of opinions, but with nothing recent to back it up. So yeah, 50 pulled up with heat, posting, "Check my temperature, I'm ice cold. The hood left the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. Might even get you a love contract." Ouch! That shade was icy. And Aries, he felt it. Next thing you know, he's back online in another rant. Still coming for Cube, still salty that Cube clowned him first. Instead of owning up, Aries flipped the script.
Hey man, I gotta listen to this. Nah, this hot right here.
On one hand, he said, "I respect Ice Cube as a man," but in the same breath, he claimed Cube's never done anything impressive. Huh? That's not an opinion, that's a straight-up contradiction. Fans weren't buying it, and that's when they really started tearing Aries apart online. Not for having a hot take, but for flip-flopping and playing the victim when people clap back. One fan wrote, "You can't talk slick and cry when somebody claps back." Another said, "I don't get it. You got the right to your opinion, but after that corny skit, you're not valid." Ice Cube, a made man. And that's when it cut deeper, because now the smoke Aries caught wasn't just about Cube or 50. It dragged him back into his darkest chapter. And once that door opened, things got ugly quick. Flashback to 2022. Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears were hit with a lawsuit that shook the internet. The accusations were disturbing, all tied to a sketch where a kid was left in a messed up situation with a creepy adult character played by Aries. The way it was filmed had people seriously uncomfortable, and the backlash was massive. It wasn't just off, it was downright unsettling.
Ice Cube was on when I'm just watching. Music, all of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
The second that clip hit the internet, Twitter went up in flames. People were outraged, dragging Aries left and right. Even the Shade Room posted it. And if it lands there, you know it's serious. The backlash came fast. It was brutal and it was loud. Yeah, the case eventually got settled and the video disappeared online. But the damage? Permanent. That stain on Aries' name never washed off and fans never forgot. So what did Aries do next? He ran straight back to his comfort zone, ranting, more whining about being blackballed, more complaining he should be as big as Kevin Hart, more finger pointing at everybody but himself. But fans weren't fooled. They saw the pattern. Aries was talking more than he was working. No blockbuster roles, no sold out tours, just viral beefs, messy interviews, and digging up old wounds, hoping someone still cared. And behind the scenes, Aries had a reputation.
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
Multiple castmates have said he was tough to work with, full of ego, always trying to steal the spotlight. That me.
Somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it
both ways. Me energy. So when this Cube and 50 drama exploded, all that old baggage came crashing right back on his head. Yeah, Aries can do impressions. He can crack a quick joke, but he never had that Chappelle moment, the cultural shift, the breakout that made him undeniable. And when you miss that shot, the bitterness starts eating at you. That's why this whole thing backfired. Because here's the truth. When you take shots at Ice Cube, you're not just clowning a rapper, you're going after a pillar of the culture. And that's the fastest way to get burned. No Vaseline, easily top.
And for the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him. Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for anything.
3 diss tracks of all time period. Friday. Not just a movie, but a movement. A comedy classic that birthed a franchise, gave us iconic characters, and became a rite of passage in hip-hop culture. The Big Three, a professional basketball league built from the ground up, now backed by NBA legends and big money investors. And before all that, Cube was ghostwriting for Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and MC Ren, laying the blueprint for West Coast rap while still a teenager. That's decades of legacy stacked up. Now compare that to Aries Spears. What's his biggest cultural impact? A few.
Did you call me?
Oh yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the. I gotta run some errands. I need to go to the cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay.
All right, baby.
Thank you.
Impersonations on Mad TV, some mid-tier stand-up sets, and now going viral for trashing legends on podcasts while looking pressed in every clip. No real wins, no lasting legacy. That's why fans wrote for Cube instantly. And then came the twist. Right after the drama, Cube dropped a teaser cast list for the upcoming Final Friday movie. Guess whose name was missing? Yep, Aries Spears. Nobody said Aries was ever being considered, but the timing was savage. Fans took it as Cube sending a message loud and clear. You're not getting cast where it counts.
What's the equation will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other mother will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And there's some other will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're going to get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
wait a minute,
but not what's in your present space.
So yeah, Aries wanted to go viral, and he did, but not for comedy, not for craft. He's trending because 2 legends labeled him a nobody, and the internet didn't disagree. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's your take on this chaos? Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. See you on the next one.